Hello, all my fellow Geminis. Welcome to my home and happy May. I have got our forecast ready to go and I can't wait to share it with you. But I do have something to share with you before that I hope you'll be interested in. Some of you have been asking me when I'm going to write my next book. Here it is. This is called Hidden Messages in Your Birth Chart. Some of you know how passionate I am about facing the verbal and nonverbal, the hidden and obvious messages we received as children, seeing them, releasing them, and changing them so that all we are doing is expressing our highest and best. Well, many of you know that all those messages are visible in the birth chart. And I've studied this for decades. And I wrote a book called Hidden Messages many years ago that was published by the American Federation of Astrologers. And this is the updated version of this book, of that book, I should say. And I'm just really, really happy with the way it turned out. Many of you have asked me about my books because you were interested in having your own books out there, whether it's astrological or not. And you have asked me to share what I do once I've written my book. Well, I am going to share this information with you. There is a very special person, a dear person who I turn to every time I write a book. Her name is Denise Casino. That's with 2 S's. And her website is bestsellerservices.com. She will work with you from even before you've started writing the book. If you've got an idea for a book, she works with you. She helps you get it edited. She helps you get it formatted. And she helps you put it, she does it, online at Amazon.com. I highly recommend her. There are a lot of people out there who claim to do certain things for you. I have been disappointed in some of them. I turn to Denise because she not only delivers, she over delivers, and she makes it easy for you. Easy, easy, easy. You're working hand in hand with her. So I highly recommend her. All right. And Hidden Messages in Your Birth Chart is now available on Amazon and on my website, MaxineTaylor.com. Okay, now let's talk about May. All right? All righty. Now, in our solar chart, and I'm speaking to all my Gemini friends, whether you are a sun in Gemini, a moon in Gemini, or Gemini rising. I mean, I call that the Holy Trinity, the sun, the moon, and the ascendant. The sun and Venus and Mercury, which, as you may know, travel as a team, have been in our 12th house of preparation, of behind the scenes activities, of the spirit plane, of the subconscious. I find that when the planets are in our 12th house, we take on some characteristics of Pisceans. We delve into the subconscious. We want more spiritual attunement, but there is not necessarily the physical moving forward that we might like. Hang in there, friends. The sun, the giver of life, is in the 12th house. Have you been very introspective? I have, and I've been writing another book, but we'll talk about that in a few weeks, I hope. And so the center of our lives has been private. We're enjoying our own company, solitude, privacy, more spiritual communion. Beautiful. On the 20th, when the sun enters our sign, Gemini, and the sun moves into our solar first house, look out, world. This is when we come into our own. This is when we come alive. I love it. But we don't have to wait until the 20th. Oh no, we are too impatient. So Venus, the planet of love, has been in our 12th house. And what I have seen and experienced is a more spiritual attunement and more spiritual love, um, more communion with God, just a sense of spirituality. Now, Venus is love as well. So some of you may be involved in a relationship that you are keeping to yourself for a while and you're enjoying it immensely. And so this can all be going on spiritually or physically behind the scenes activities. Nobody's business. That's why we're not going to spend a lot of time on the 12th house. All right, on the 8th of May, Venus moves into our solar first house and we fall in love with us. It's that simple. Venus, of course, the lesser benefic, rules love and beauty, and music and art and happiness, because the lesser benefic, that's a kind of an oxymoron, I think, but it's less good. No, it's fabulous. When Venus enters that our first house, we fall in love with us. And when you love you, others love you. It's also time to beautify yourself, even more than you might be doing now. Go for it. And then Mercury, what we think about and talk about, the blue planet. I have found that since Mercury rules the conscious mind, in the subconscious house, we're confused. We don't know if it's coming from our spirit guides. We don't know if we're communing with God. We don't know if it's something we're imagining. Don't you worry. On the 3rd, when Mercury enters our first house, we express ourselves. It comes out, Mercury leaves the area, the foggy area of the subconscious, and starts expressing itself. Now, on the 15th, it enters the shadow of the retrograde. And so we may be doubting ourselves starting then. Don't doubt yourself. Just know it's a time of revamping, because on the 29th, it goes retrograde. And this is when we're going to revamp, redo anything personal that we have begun. Maybe we began taking more exercise classes or different vitamins and supplements. We'll reestablish it. We'll rethink it. And when Mercury goes direct, which it will in June, it then goes into the shadow of the Mercury retrograde and will complete the retrograde cycle on July 7th. In the first house, you're still thinking about yourself. Cool. Don't start new projects, particularly beautification projects, while Mercury is retro. Now, Mars, the red planet, in the second house. Look out. I love it. Mars is what we fight with and fight for. It's what comes first to us. In the second house of money, yeah. You are going to throw yourself into money-making things, projects. You're going to focus on money. You'll take a stand for your money. I love it. I love it. I'm already planning what I'm going to do. I encourage you to do the same thing. Okay? Now, we have new moons and full moons. And this month, oh goodness. We first of all have the new moon on May 11th in 21 of Taurus. There it is in your 12th house. Find 21 Taurus in your birth chart. That's when things start moving forward. In the solar chart, it says, I'm not leaving this 12th house. I like being here alone by myself, go away world. However, the full moon on May 26th is a total lunar eclipse in the 7th house of relationships. Oh, awesome. It brings things to a head in relationships. You could meet somebody new. If you've been having a problem with a friend, a business partnership, a personal relationship, it can come to a head to be resolved. And remember that we're going to feel the effects, quote unquote, feel the effects. The planets don't make us do anything, so there are no effects to feel. But we start feeling the full moon, the lunar eclipse, about a week or two before it occurs. And so interaction with other people increases to the point that on the full moon, we are interacting with lots of people or that one special person. Isn't this cool? I just love it. So I hope you have enjoyed our forecast, and I hope you'll join me again next month when once again I take a look at the Gemini forecast. Until then, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.